Hey, my baddies. Welcome back to my channel. I decided that I was going to do a step-by-step detailed on how I do these cut creases, okay? Because y'all asking, and that's what I'm here for, okay? That's what I'm here for. Okay, so you see, I already got my other eye kind of started in the game. You know, she already working. She in the works. I got the fan on it to make sure that concealer dries nice and even and oxidizes to my skin. It just makes the process move a little bit faster with the fan. Okay, so with my cut creases, I always start with a neutral shade. Now, if you're doing a colorful cut crease, these rules still apply. It's just colored and not nude, right? It's not neutrals. It's just colored, right? Okay, so the first color is going to be my light nude colors. Okay, it's going to be your transition shade. That's what we're going to start with, and I just patted that in, pat. Then right here, you see me going in with that second color. That second color is a lot closer to my skin, almost exactly as my skin, because I am just trying to create a shadow because I am working with neutrals. So y'all will see me going back and forth, because it takes a while to build this color up and get the pigments right and the shade right and the blend right, okay? So you'll see me going back and forth. Y'all see I am still in that second shade. Y'all will know when I change shades because I also change brushes. So I am now in my darkest shade. We're going to go light, medium, dark. That is the process of our cut crease. It's going to be the same thing on our same process. So y'all see me working that darkest shade in. If you think I am going over the shadows and it's pointless, sometimes I feel like it is, but I promise it makes a difference if you go through the actual 3 steps of the shadow. So y'all will know when I'm using different colors because I use different brushes, which I also suggest. Of course, you can do your makeup with one brush, but if you have multiple brushes, it makes your process easier and a lot cleaner. So you see, I'm going back to the original shade. I'm tapping, and then you'll see me tapping right here because I am just trying to mix that shade into my eyebrow. I don't want it to be too harsh or anything, so I'm just tapping that color in to blend it through. You know, tap it to build and rub to move, you know. So I don't really do the little small circles. I kind of do long strokes because I feel like I have more control of the product. And I finally got that shade where I want it to be. So here is the cut crease part of the cut crease. Now, before I used to do just a half moon right here and kind of blend the shadow on my outer eye inward. But I found if I do a full half moon instead of a half moon, yeah, that makes sense, that it's a lot easier and the color pigment is a lot better because we are using this white base, which is actually just a concealer. It works just the same, okay? We're using this white base, so it actually gives the color more of a pigment, more of a play off. Okay, so you know if you have a black piece of paper and you draw a white line, it's not going to be, no, that's not a good example. Okay, if you have a black piece of paper and you draw a yellow line, the yellow line is going to be brighter on the white piece of paper than it is on the black piece of paper. I hope that makes sense because I don't think that's actually true, but for what I'm trying to say, can we make it like it makes sense? Okay. So right here, I am just trying to make sure that my cut crease is the same on each side. This is the most important part of a cut crease, in my opinion, is making sure your creases are even. Baby, if your crease ain't even, it's obvious as hell and it's not cute. So that is why you see me taking a flat brush because I have more control. Again, that's all what I'm about. I need to be able to control my product and where it's going. So you see me going into the very top of this circle and just slowly making sure it's round enough and there's no pointed edges. It's coming up the same on the other eye. As you see, I needed to tweak this eye just a little bit, which is fine. So I'm tweaking it, just rounding this cut crease out just a little bit. Now, do y'all see that? Do you see the shadow gradient? Do y'all see that? Do y'all see the fade from darkest to lightest on? Yes, you see it. Work it. Period. Poo. So I'm bringing my fan back out because, again, I want this concealer to oxidize. I want it to dry on my face before I move on to the next step, which is right here. Ignore that little blimp y'all see on my eyelash. It's just eyelash glue. Okay, ignore it. I'll get it off in a second. But we're gonna do the same process that we did on our transition. Is that what that's called? You know, behind the crease. We're doing the same process. We're doing the same process from darkest to lightest. I am using the same exact shade colors, and now you're going to kind of see what I was talking about by the white base makes a difference with your eyeshadow pigment and the color play off. Because if you see that darkest shade is way more darker with the white base than it was just against my skin tone, right? Because I did not use a white base, and I did that on purpose, not using a white base on my entire lid. I only want the white base in my cut crease to get the color payoff that I want. Y'all see that? Do you see the smoke? Do you see the smoke, darling? Eat it up, girl. Eat it up. Again, these are the same shades I use to start the whole look with, y'all. And you see the difference? Do you see the difference? I see the difference. I know you do. Don't lie to me. Don't lie to me. So again, just tap to tap, tap to tap, tap, tap. I am tapping because what? I want to build my pigment. So I am tapping the colors in and making sure I stay in the lines. Y'all, you remember when we was coloring when we was kids? Keep inside the lines. It's the same process. Look, they was setting you up to be a diva when you was a child, honey. They was setting you up to be a baddie. And so again, if you didn't know, to blend two colors, you just take them on top of each other until it's a seamless blend. You see right now, I have a harsh line and I don't like that. So I'm going to keep going back and forth. Y'all see me go with the brush that I use for the darkest shade, and then I'm gonna come back in with the brush I use for the lighter shade, and I'm just gonna keep going back and forth until that line is gone. Harsh lines no more. What you talking about, baby? So it's a process, y'all. It's a process. You can't rush greatness. I'm telling you, you can't rush it. So I'll be going back and forth. I wanted to leave everything in this video, not speed it up, not cut it or anything, because I want y'all to see this true process of how, one, easy a cut crease can be, and two, how detailed, dedicated, long it can be, depending on how detailed you make your cut crease. So we now went in with the lightest color in my inner corner. Now, of course, you could do this backwards and do the lighter color on the outside and then the darker color on the inside. I actually have an idea for a look like that, but it's a lot more complicated. So we ain't gonna talk about it right now. But I finally got those shades right where I want to, and I want to accentuate my crease. When I say accentuate, I mean looks like this and this. You see, I put something right there on that crease line to emphasize that it's a cut crease, to emphasize that arch right there. I don't know the proper words for it. Y'all get what I'm saying? To emphasize the line that we created with our cut crease, because it's okay when you don't like this. You see, I didn't emphasize it right there, and it's still cute, right? But my signature is we gonna emphasize it some way. So I am putting these cute little pearl rhinestones on right on that line. You see, this one's giving me a run for my money, but I'm putting them right on that line where that crease starts. Oops, flip that off. Let's rearrange. Okay, wait, no, you're uneven. No, baby, get it together. Bow. Just like that. So you see, I'm making an emphasis on that line right there, and it just pulls everything together. I always take a makeup wipe and wipe my excess shadow on my outer corner upwards to create an even line, but I am doing a wing on here on this look. So the wing is going to take care of that problem, because let's get started on that wing. Okay, you're just making a triangle and connecting the dots. So here's my triangle. Bada boom, bada bing. And then you just connect the dots. You're going to get the triangle the way you want to. Make sure my hair is out of my face. That's what y'all see me doing there. And now I'm just going to fill my triangle in. I finally got that eyelash glue off my eyelash, y'all. Pow. Why I didn't see it until then, I don't know. I guess I was focused. But you're just going to fill in that triangle that you drew. And then you're going to connect the dots to the inner corner of your eye. It's that simple. It's that simple. Of course, it takes practice, and you know, when you actually do it, it's going to be a lot more complicated. But the more you do it, the easier it gets. Practice makes perfect. Okay, here you see me connecting the dots just like that. Easy. It's nice. You see I'm going nice and slow, and bada boom, bada bing. Now we're going to fill that little line in right there. Make sure you fill everything in, baby. Make sure I filled it in a little bit too much, and we almost had leakage, and it was almost a situation. I almost got eyeliner in my eye. But you see, I just stayed calm and just wiped it off, and I think I did the same exact thing again, and I have to wipe it off, but it's okay. It's okay. Pop that lash on, and baby, we did it. We got a cut crease for the baddies, honey. Make sure that lash is on. Make sure it's lifted upwards in 3, 2, 1. Final look. We cute.